Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Millersville University Multimedia. My name is Mitch, and I'm your host once again. We have some really great stories on today's program. During the pandemic, online shopping really exploded, keeping delivery drivers busier than normal. With the concerns of getting packages delivered on time, Amazon has put questionable policies into play.
Amazon's recent decision to install cameras inside their delivery trucks have been met with mixed reviews. Drivers feel as though their privacy will be invaded and that there's no trust between management and workers in the workplace. Also, an added stress that if they do not perform perfectly at all times, cameras will catch any and all mistakes made. Allegedly, the origin of the idea came from recent rumors indicating drivers have been acting inappropriately during their shifts. Bottles filled with urine and feces have been found in trucks after work shifts by team leaders. Amazon employees have confirmed they aren't given long enough breaks to use the restroom, so they relieve themselves on duty. Amazon has released a statement denying any of those allegations and stating those kinds of inappropriate actions would not take place during a work shift. Instead, Amazon has commented on the addition of cameras as a safety and wellness addition to drivers' work shifts. I was fortunate enough to get a statement from two current Amazon drivers about their thoughts on the addition of the camera installation. They wish to remain anonymous. I question what kind of safety precautions and monitoring systems are already in place and how a camera could be any different. This was their response. We're given a device called a Rabbit that we log into every day and first inspect our van every morning. Make sure the tires are good, no headlights are out, the horn works, the light circuit board works, all that stuff is going good. The Rabbit also has a monitoring system where it tracks your speed, seatbelt use, phone use, and you get a driver safety score based off that app. If you have a low score, you could potentially get fired. If you speed, you get a knock. If you brake too hard, you get a knock. Every morning, your Rabbit will tell you how many knocks you have. Do I think at the end of the day these cameras would be more helpful or harmful towards drivers? In terms of safety, helpful, but harmful in terms of efficiency and trustworthiness. Amazon is still a new company. At the end of the day, only time will tell if these cameras will be helpful or harmful towards the success of the company.
Nothing smells better than cookies baking in the oven. Devan and Matt have a spin on the classic treat.
Hi, I'm Devan Masciulli, and today we're making chocolate chip cookie ice cream sandwiches. Let's take a look at our ingredients.
You will need 1 1/4 cups of unbleached all-purpose flour, 3/4 cups of brown sugar packed, 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar, a half teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1 teaspoon of salt, 7 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature, 1 egg at room temperature, 2 cups of mini chocolate chips, and a half gallon of vanilla ice cream. Next, you will preheat the oven to 350 degrees. In a medium bowl, whisk together the flour, baking soda, and salt. Once that is done, you can set it aside. In the bowl of a stand mixer with a paddle attachment, beat on medium speed the butter, brown sugar, and granulated sugar until light and fluffy, near about 4 minutes. Scrape sides of the bowl when necessary. Add the egg and vanilla and beat until combined, so about 20 to 30 seconds. With the mixer on low, slowly add the flour mixture to the dough, careful not to overbeat. With a wooden spoon or rubber spatula, stir in 1 cup of chocolate chips by hand. Scoop about 2 tablespoons of cookie dough, or however much you want depending on the size of your sandwich. Form the dough into a ball and place onto a baking sheet 1 to 2 inches apart. Bake for 12 minutes or until the edges start to turn brown. Once they are done, take it out of the oven, cool on the pan for 5 minutes, and transfer to a wire rack to cool completely. Transfer to the freezer for 20 to 30 minutes. Take one cookie and place a scoop of ice cream, about 1/4 of a cup, on the flat side of the cookie. Top with the flat side of the second cookie to make a sandwich. Place the mini chocolate chips in a bowl and roll the sides of the sandwich in the chips. Serve immediately or wrap tightly in plastic wrap and freeze.
This is our finished product. We have 3 chipwiches here that look amazing and ready to go. I actually think I impressed myself a little bit, but this recipe creates a serving size of 8 chipwiches. So follow this recipe and enjoy.
With the pandemic restraints slowly being lifted, many people are searching for interesting places to travel to. Look no further than Reading, Pennsylvania. With only a 45-minute drive, you'll arrive at a truly unique location. Check out my travel story on The Pagoda. To wrap our show today, we bring you an inspirational story of a Millersville University student named John. See how an early diagnosis changed this young man's life.
Inspiring stories happen when you least expect it, and this Lancaster local knows all too well about dealing with adversity.
So I'm John Seibert. I'm from Lidditz, Pennsylvania. I'm a freshman here at Millersville. It was Super Bowl Sunday, February 4th, 2007. I was 5 years old. Just wasn't feeling well. Just body aches. Woke up Monday morning, got up to go to preschool, and just didn't want to go. I told my mom I didn't want to go. I mean, as a 5-year-old kid, I love going to preschool. I got my temperature checked. You know, the mom checks the temperature. Finds out it's a fever of 104. So ended up going to the doctor. Went in there, they did a couple tests, you know, the usual, and they said, well, something's wrong with your platelet count. We can't do anything here, so you gotta go to Penn State. So we went up to Hershey Medical Center and they did more tests. Hours later, finding out that I was then diagnosed with leukemia. From that standpoint, it's tough as a 5-year-old kid going through something like that. The worst part about it is I knew everything that was going on. I was going through chemo, obviously, for 3 years, and every Thursday I'd have my chemo radiation. They give me like 6 different medicines into my chest here, where my Mediport was, and it was the size of a quarter, and they would inject a needle in and just keep pumping in medicines. But I am now 14 years cancer-free. I'm healthy. I'm just like every other person, just have a story to tell in a sense. I got to throw the first pitch out at a Phillies game. Pretty nerve-wracking, a little 7-year-old kid throwing first pitch in front of 46,000 people. Very cool experience. So got to do that through Four Diamonds.
Is John Seibert. The John Seibert family are a Four Diamonds and Thon family. John Seibert in his Phillies uniform with tonight's ceremonial first ball.
Today, the biggest lesson I've learned is, honestly, I mean, anything can really happen to anyone at any point. And I mean, anyone with any struggle in life, I mean, just overcoming that adversity and striving to just be a better person every day. Just my personality, like I don't hone on it, I don't care. Like, it was just a little bump in the road, and you just got to stay positive. That's my main thing.
Hey, that's all we have for today. Thanks for watching.